Hey guys, welcome to the HVAC Diaries. My name is Jessica. I am an HVAC apprentice here in Vancouver, BC. I work with my dad and my brother at our little family business, CamCool Refrigeration, where we specialize in commercial and light industrial HVAC, refrigeration and air conditioning. And that's what I'm learning from my dad and my brother. Today is Friday, September 30th, and this is my weekly HVAC vlog. This week was a bit of a weird one. I basically only worked 2 days this week because I attended supplier training on Monday and Tuesday, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. Then Wednesday, Thursday were work days, and today is September 30th. In Canada, it's National Truth and Reconciliation Day, where most people get it off. And I just had to go and change some filters at a pub and liquor store, which is why I'm in my uniform today. So the supplier training I attended on Monday and Tuesday were for LG Multi-V systems. Last week I attended the installation essentials training, and this week, Monday and Tuesday, was the advanced service and troubleshooting training. And I always learn so much from these supplier trainings, not only from the official presentation that he brings along with him. He's from LG, he comes from Toronto, he stays here for a few days, doing trainings and doing site visits. Not only do I learn so much from the presentation itself, but all his little anecdotal stories that he's got to add throughout. Almost every slide has a side story. And it's really cool because I really think those stories are going to stick with me. Like when I'm installing a system, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, don't forget that story about the king pipe he told us. And then also the banter in the room, just between the technicians. The stories that they tell, the things they've seen, the questions they ask. I learned so much from them. So the first day was a bit of an information overload with the presentation, mostly because towards the end of the day, he started going through the typical or the normal error codes that we find. And so by the end of the session, my head was just like swimming with error codes, and error code 026 and 151 and 035. They all start to kind of sound the same and feel the same. But what was really cool was he showed us this app, which we can get on our phone, and you literally punch the error code in, like 026, hit enter, and it tells you what that error code is. Then there's a little button that says details, and it'll actually download onto your phone the details about that error code and how to get over it, what to check for, what to troubleshoot, how to fix it, which is amazing. What a cool resource. On the second day, we got our hands dirty. No, we didn't. We were able to troubleshoot some actual control boards or PCBs. He handed out a bunch of boards and was like, tell me if the board is good or not and what's wrong with it. So that was a cool little activity to do. We also had an opportunity to check a few compressors that had been returned under warranty. So the instructor asked us to bring our meggers with us, and there were about 3 of them in the room. Most of them were so old, and the guys had no idea how to use them because it's just not something that they typically use.
When I was shopping,
I was reading something on this.
yeah, prints it out. That's everything you need.
Okay, so rotate the function from power off to
And
end
it's NOI.
I got it.
To what? To
and
M.
on.
Oh,
Which one?
So they brought them out. I've got my dad's old Megger to show you because this is kind of what they were like that in the room. It's one of these old boxes. and you open it up, and that's what the Megger looks like inside. So the guys in the room, they were just like, I don't know how to work it. I don't know how to make it go. The batteries might be dead. Let's try these batteries. Like, didn't work out. So I'm like, well, I brought my Megger, and it's this by Supco. It's so tiny. They were so impressed. This is it. This is my Megger. It comes with the leads in the back. Open her up, pull the leads out. Comes with 2 C-cell batteries. The alligator clips are actually magnetic, which are super helpful. And all you basically do is clip your black onto a ground, which usually we just use a nearby copper pipe. Bloop. Red goes onto the terminal, one of the terminals in the compressor, and all you do is press this button, and it'll go through this scale of good to bad. When it's bad, it shoots all the way up to below 20, where it says bad on it. And if it's good, it'll shoot up and then go back down to wherever the level is. Or if it's really good, it'll just actually go right off of this scale. You can see that. Shoots up and then shoots right back down, and it tells you it's good. So yeah, so the guys are really impressed with this little Megger, and they were like, oh my gosh, we should get one of those. And now I'm gonna use it a lot more often as a troubleshooting tool. So there you go. Thanks, Supco. Wednesday and Thursday were service call days, and unfortunately, you guys, I have no exciting or interesting stories for you this week. It's all very typical calls. And in more personal news, well, not really personal, but we had our monthly Women in HVAC Are Canada board meeting on Wednesday morning. We have it at 6 a.m. my time, so that it's 9 a.m. EST. Most of our ladies are out in Toronto, in Ontario, so that's kind of why we have it at that time. And then it gives me time to get to work on time without missing anything. So yeah, we had a great conversation. We've got some cool things in the works, got some new sponsors, and it's just so amazing the reception that we've had. Everyone is so interested in what we're doing. They want to be involved. So it's very exciting. And then another personal thing, I sent some of my stickers out to a little girl named Alice in England, and she received them this week. And her mom sent me this super cute video saying thank you. And she called me HVAC Tinkerbell, which is the sweetest thing in the world. I think I might have to change my name now. HVAC Tinkerbell. That's so cute. Well, like I said, it was a pretty short week. That's all I've got for you today. But thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the HVAC Diaries HVAC vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a great week. And I will see you guys all next week. Hopefully I've got some interesting stories for you. Sorry this week was a little boring, but there you go. Bye guys. Thanks for joining me.